Hello there, and you're very welcome to an action-packed programme where our centrepiece is the first All-Ireland football semi-final of the year. It's the first full house of the season, the capital of Ireland against the real capital of Ireland, and it's a titanic clash. But apart from the rebels and the dubs, we have lots more besides. Here's what's coming up tonight. Clear the decks at Croke Park for the collision of the capitals. The dubs and the rebel army arrive for a showdown along Jones's Road. Mayo and Tyrone look to the future with their lively miners contesting a place on All-Ireland Finals Day. We've the best of yesterday's action in O'Connor Park in Tullamore, the All-Ireland Under-21 hurling semi-finals. And some unfinished business from last weekend as Cork and Galway replay their senior camogie semi-final in Thurles. And we'll also have a look at the very dramatic quarter-finals in the Ladies Football Championship yesterday as Cork's magnificent run came to an end. We'll have top analysis as well. I'm delighted to welcome Darrow Canada, Joe Brolly and Tony Davis. They're a bit giddy already, but before we begin with the big football match in Croke Park, we should mark that we're building towards a really exciting climax to one of the most interesting football championships for years.
Chance for Rooney! What a goal by JP Rooney! Costello. Oh, what a fantastic point from Alan Costello. Mayo, they didn't want it. Sligo have taken him. Ball inside. It's a chance for Poland. It's the back of the net. This one goes as far as Owen O'Flaherty, and again, a fantastic shot. Broken down by Brogan as far as Paul Flynn, and Flynn outside of the, but it comes down to O'Gara. He's kicked another one.
Yeah, so it's all to play for then as we head off to a jam-packed Croke Park and the battle between Cork and Dublin. Commentary comes from Martin Carney and Darren Maloney.
The game underway. Kildare or Down will play the winners of this in the All-Ireland Senior Football Final, which takes place 4 weeks today. First touch for Ray Carey. Graham Canty back to Alan Quirk. Alan O'Connor, born in Dublin, used to play with Lucan Sarsfield. O'Leary down there, here's Paddy Kelly. Alan Brogan putting him under pressure. They go back to Michael Shields, the fullback. Now John Miskela, who's out around the half-back line. Graham Canty took a hit. Ross McConnell caught him a little high with the shoulder. The early ball in to the Cork full forward line, comes straight back out. Brogan deep. Ger Brennan is picking up Pierce O'Neill at the moment. Niall Corkery, brilliant ball in, he's got away. Goal chance! Goal for Bernard Brogan. What a start for Dublin in the second minute. The All-Ireland quarter-final last year against Kerry, they were stung by an early Cooper goal. They've got an early goal against Cork in 2010.
What a pass that time, over the top. Brogan lurking in behind, finishes it beautifully, keeps it low. Wonderful start for Dublin.
Miskela missed the league campaign because of injury. Here's one of Cork's main men, Pierce O'Neill. The spin around from Donegal O'Connor. First point for Cork and a good response to the shock of the Dublin goal from Donegal O'Connor.
Yeah, lovely spin this time. Just watch the ball. O'Neill gives it to him. It's very, very loose marking though by the Dublin defence. Gives O'Connor all the time he needs. Incidentally, he's been marked at the moment by Rory O'Carroll.
That was intended for Ross McConnell. It's picked up by the Dublin captain, David Henry, a former cornerback, Alan Brogan. Cork not tight enough. He's got options ahead of him, but Alan Brogan goes himself. Hasn't been scoring as regularly as he would like. He's had to alter his game to fit into this new system.
Yeah, good play again by Alan Brogan. Just watch him. That'll do him the world of good. He hasn't had the greatest year in terms of scoring. I think 8 points up to now is just, but that'll certainly do him the world of good. It's certainly been the Brogan show so far, even those early days.
Alan Brogan again showing ahead of Niskola. Philly McMahon, who's surging forward, scored a great point against Tyrone. Wants one against Cork. That's not going to happen though, or is it? Well, it just managed to. It looked as if it was drifting wide, but to his credit, he managed to bring it in. Great score.
Well, I thought exactly the same.
Yeah,
it looked to be going wide there just at the last minute. I think it was the ground and the hill blew it in, but just slipped in the inside of the post.
Wait till it goes over, huh? Philly McMahon allowed to top up in the Cork half-forward line. A goal between them. Michael Shields of St. Finbarr's. Open road in front of Michael Shields. Aidan Walsh has the gloves on today. It's perfectly dry out there. Shields again. A beautiful ball in. It's Alan O'Connor of Cork. Goal chance. Pearson O'Neill. Brilliant save from Cluxton. He got right out on his toe. Should O'Connor have taken that on himself? He decided to bring the free man in, and the goal chance gone thanks to a wonderful save from Stephen Cluxton, who narrowed the angle. And O'Neill saw this Navy figure coming towards him.
Good offload that time, but Cluxton out like a bullet. Very good save.
That kick out more central, right down the middle from Cluxton, and it's found its mark. Michael Darragh Macaulay. Ross McConnell. Bernard Brogan, O'Gara furthest forward. Simple game when you do it like that. Win the kick out, find the free man, put the ball over the bar.
That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Long kick out, the first one you've seen today from Cluxton, down the middle. Beautiful off the ball movement inside. Brogan again, wonderful score. But that was 3 kicks, good quality, accurate foot passing, and you know exactly the conclusion you want at the end of it.
Noel O'Leary. McConnell trying to marshal O'Neill. O'Leary going direct in towards Goulding. That's a great ball for Daniel Goulding. Daniel Goulding for Cork. And he's fisted it into the back of the net, so no goal. Again, I heard that whistle up on Hill 16.
Yeah, but no goal. Cannot fist the ball directly into the goals like that.
Great fielding from Aidan Walsh. Fouled the ball. Well, he did the hard part. He won the ball, but possession surrendered. And here come Dublin. Alan Brogan. Bernard's been doing the business, and Alan Brogan does it for the second time today. His second point, 1-5-3 in the 18th minute from that elementary mistake from Aidan Walsh.
Yeah, a lot of indecision that time on the part of Aidan Walsh. Alan Brogan makes the most of it, flicks it over lovely with the left foot.
Paul Kerring. His dad Jimmy was quite a footballer. Here's Paddy Kelly. Had a great first season in 2009. And Kelly hanging on to it a long time, and Dublin swarming around. Cork men have to be free. They are. Kerrigan sweeping it all the way across to Walsh. He's had 2 shots already, missed them badly. He's got that one though, and that'll do his confidence no end of good after those 2 poor attempts earlier, and indeed the foul on the ball which led to Brogan's point, the last one for Dublin.
Yeah, but Aidan Walsh, very clever play, goes away from where the ball is being concentrated, gets himself free, and at the end of a very good crossfield ball, finishes well.
Aidan Walsh going past Niall Corkery so easily, running straight at them as they did in the league game back earlier in the year, when Cork absolutely hammered Dublin, who, it has to be said, we're still getting used to this new system. Daniel Goulding for Cork. Flawless from place balls, but at the moment just not so accurate from open play, and that's wide number 6. Now, Philly McMahon has again popped up free. Brian Cullen to his left. Bernard Brogan and O'Gara in there. McMahon backs himself, goes for glory. That was the time to pass it. It was a long way wide.
Oh, there was one moment there for Philly McMahon. I think he knew Brian Cullen had made the overlap. A real lung-bursting run. Should have given it. and I think if he had done that, a definite Dublin score was on.
Macaulay breaks it down. 2 Dublin men on John Miskela. Well, the free has gone the way of Dublin, but looking up here, it sort of could have gone either way, Martin.
Well, I thought John Miskela committed the initial foul, and I thought the call was right by the referee. I think he'd have gripped him by half the togs, half the jersey.
Alan Brogan, free taken quickly. Michael Darragh Macaulay has got a goal already. Wants another one. No, he doesn't. He's fisted the point. Their first score in over 11 minutes.
Yeah, good score by Macaulay this time. Burst through the tackle. Did he keep the... I think that's an open-handed score. That should have been disallowed.
Good spot, yeah.
Should have been disallowed.
Very good spot. Cork build with Pádraig Cassan. If there's a point in it at the end of this match, that score from Macaulay will be a talking point. As it is, Dublin have a 5-point cushion and Cork need to get moving. Miskela to Paddy Kelly. Pierce O'Neill there. Kelly drifts away, 30 metres out, got his foot through that. Good point. There first in 11 minutes.
Yeah, to me that's the score of the game so far. A lovely interchange of passes between Miskela and Paddy Kelly. Kelly just holds it on long enough, makes the angle for himself, shoots a fine score.
Pierce O'Neill, clean ball for Cork. Ray Carey. Now Noel O'Leary, and look at all the space in front of Noel O'Leary. A huge gap opens up. Dublin frantically trying to get players back, and O'Leary drills it, but he's put it wide. It's been an intense game, but some bad shooting from both teams, and that is Cork's 9th wide. That's for Michael Darragh Macaulay. Easily fielded. Walsh got up in the air too early. He's taller than Macaulay, and it's another Hail Mary in towards Bernard Brogan. Shields did extremely well to get a hand on that, but it breaks for the Dublin forward. Bernard Brogan on the spin, turning. Is it over? Yes, it is. That's a fabulous point. He hardly had time to have a look at the post, but instinctively just had a go, and it's 1-7-5.
Yeah, well, he goes and wins his own break that time. He's glutton for work today. That was a ball he had no right to win after it was broken away from him, but it just shows the confidence the guy's in at the moment. Fine score for Bernard Brogan.
Paul Kerrigan trying to run Philly McMahon. Kerrigan is quick. McMahon trying to keep up with him. Kerrigan absolutely brilliant, punching a hole in the cover, and that is a super score from Paul Kerrigan, and Cork need more of that, much more of it. They've been wayward with their shooting, but Kerrigan showing the rest how to do it.
Yeah, but just watch, he sees the space in front of him, goes directly for it, gives Philly McMahon a right good tanking that time. Great score.
Pádraig Cassan, Donnacha O'Connor. Now Paul Kerrigan, as they look to exploit his pace. Again, it's McMahon trying to get to him. Kerrigan drilling it in. Oh, and Cluxton thought that was going wide, but he managed to swerve it in, and it crashed off the post, and a let off for Dublin. David Henry. Dublin have created 13 scoring chances to Cork 17, but Cork with those 9 wides. Kerrigan thought he had a goal.